to Caitlin Clark fans and the nuclear backlash that A'ja Wilson is getting right now over the reveal.
A'ja Wilson just got the biggest wake-up call of her career, and people everywhere are talking about it. For the past 2 years, many believed she had been taking shots at Caitlin Clark, convinced she was still the player on top of the league. But now, Team USA has made a decision that changed everything. Wilson was left off the selection roster, while Clark earned a place in the senior national pool for the 2026 World Cup and the 2028 Olympics. In this video, we'll break down what happened, look at Wilson's reaction, and reveal the one weakness in her game that many people say has been ignored for years. Stay with us because the full story may surprise you. After hearing everything, tell us in the comments. Do you think Wilson deserved to lose her spot on Team USA?
If you're taken aback by that, if you're like, wait a minute, that didn't compute. What about all of the A'ja Wilson Nike outrage last year that subjected not only Caitlin Clark, but her fans to all kinds of...
Now take a second and picture this. You're one of the biggest stars in the Wnba. Many people see you as one of the faces of the league. Your name is known everywhere, and you've built a reputation as one of the game's best players. Then suddenly, your biggest chance to represent your country is taken away. That's the situation many believe A'ja Wilson is facing right now. The player who thought her place was secure received a very public reminder that reputation alone guarantees nothing. Team USA's choice to leave her out while adding Caitlin Clark to the elite player pool wasn't simply about popularity or numbers. It reflected who the selectors believed could perform best under the pressure of international basketball. To many, it also showed what can happen when strong fundamentals and team-first play matter more than individual attention. The debate is only getting bigger, so keep watching because there's much more to uncover.
By Chelsea Gray into A'ja Wilson.
Now let's get to the part many people have been talking about. Some critics believe the biggest issue in A'ja Wilson's game isn't her talent, but how much she benefits from drawing fouls. Just look at her free throw numbers. She averages close to 12 attempts per game. At first, that sounds like proof of total dominance. But others see it differently. They believe she has become very good at creating contact and convincing officials to blow the whistle. Many of her drives end with strong reactions after contact, and defenders often find themselves called for fouls. Over the years, some fans have argued that WNBA officiating has worked in her favor, helping her score consistently. That approach may succeed in the league, but many believe it becomes a much bigger challenge in international basketball.
A'ja, it looked like they really were intentional about going to Aaliyah in the second half. What was, I guess, difficult about containing her? I know you guys kind of touched on a few things, maybe the foul calls, but what made it successful for them to keep going to her tonight?
I don't know. You're going to have to ask Aaliyah that question. I honestly, you just do your work. You got to do your work early and make it different. But Aaliyah did say I have a special whistle. And she shot 13 today. Yeah. Yeah. She said the last game I had a special whistle, which is cool. So we just got to play their better defense, make her look a little difficult.
This is where Team USA's evaluation became even more important. The coaches and scouts weren't focused only on Wilson's WNBA highlights or regular season success. They paid close attention to her performances in international games, and every possession mattered. The international game is called much differently. FIBA officials allow more physical play and don't award fouls as easily. Awards, MVP trophies, and league reputation don't change how those games are officiated. The contact that often leads to free throws in the WNBA is frequently allowed to continue in international competition. That style of basketball can expose players who rely heavily on foul calls to create offense. For Team USA, building a roster that can succeed under those conditions is one of the biggest factors in every selection decision. Stay with us because the story isn't over yet.
Can't be ignored when you're building an Olympic caliber team.
Some folks are talking about A'ja Wilson, you know, the player on the team where people are abandoning like rats off a sinking ship. You know, A'ja Wilson, who has won 2 championships in the WNBA. A'ja Wilson, who was crowned MVP before the 2024 season started. A'ja Wilson, you know, She's a really good basketball player. But back to culture. I wouldn't want Asia Wilson on my team, or maybe I should turn it around. Since she's Asia Wilson, I wouldn't want to be on Asia.
This is where the difference between Caitlin Clark and Aya Wilson becomes impossible to ignore. Clark plays a style of basketball that succeeds no matter where the game is played. She confidently pulls up from well beyond the three-point line and knocks down shots that no referee can influence. When defenders bump into her, she stays balanced and finishes the play instead of searching for a foul. Her signature step-back threes and incredible shooting range come from skill, confidence, and preparation. She creates space with smart decisions, elite court vision, and precise footwork. Those abilities work on every court, under every official, and in every competition. Now compare that with what Team USA evaluators reportedly noticed during international games. As the level of physical defense increased and officials allowed more contact, Wilson's scoring efficiency dropped. The foul calls that often helped her in the WNBA were no longer there, and her production declined. Clark's performance, however, remains steady because her offense depends on creating separation, getting clean looks, and making difficult shots instead of drawing contact. The contrast became easy to see. Wilson often looked for the whistle after contact, while Clark adjusted in the air and finished the possession. One approach fits the WNBA style, while the other translates naturally to every level of basketball. International competition rewards players who can adapt without depending on officiating. The games are faster, more physical, and allow players to battle through contact. That's why many believe relying too heavily on foul calls becomes a disadvantage outside the league. Team USA wants players who can adjust to different styles of officiating around the world. From that perspective, Clark's game offers consistency in every environment, while Wilson's style raises more questions. For the coaching staff, the decision appeared straightforward. One player needed certain conditions to perform at her best. The other created opportunities through skill alone. But the biggest surprise came after the roster announcement. How would the former face of the league respond after learning she wasn't included? According to reports, Wilson expected another season filled with praise and recognition. Instead, she was stunned when Team USA released its preliminary evaluation roster and her name wasn't on the list. People close to the Aces organization claimed she took the news very hard and struggled with the decision for several days. After believing her place was untouchable, she suddenly saw Clark receive an invitation to the senior national team pool while she was left out. Many observers pointed out the irony because Wilson had previously been critical of Clark on social media. Reports also claimed she quickly reached out to USA Basketball, asking why she had been excluded and searching for answers. Her representatives reportedly tried to arrange meetings with team officials, but the coaching staff had already turned its attention to evaluating the players who had earned invitations. After the roster was finalized, Caitlin Clark was met with congratulations from teammates, coaches, and fans who celebrated her opportunity to represent Team USA. Clark responded with her usual humility, thanking everyone for their support and saying she was excited to learn from experienced players. Many people noticed the difference in how the two players handled the moment. Clark kept her message respectful and simple, without criticizing anyone or creating unnecessary attention. Meanwhile, reports claimed Wilson's camp began suggesting that scheduling issues and previous commitments played a role in her absence. Those explanations were met with skepticism by many observers. According to the narrative, this became the moment when the consequences of Wilson's long-running criticism of Clark finally caught up with her. Supporters of that view believe Team USA officials have been paying attention to everything over the past 2 years. They point to interviews, social media activity, and public comments as part of the overall evaluation. For a national team, talent is important, but so are chemistry, professionalism, and the ability to bring a group together. Many believe Clark strengthened her case by refusing to answer criticism with personal attacks. She continued focusing on her performance and allowed her play to speak for itself. Wilson, on the other hand, was often portrayed as spending too much energy on off-court drama instead of basketball. Whether that perception was fair or not, many believe it influenced public discussion. The message many people took from the situation was simple. Character matters. Professionalism matters. Team-first players are valued. Supporters of the decision argue that handling disappointment is part of representing your country, and they believe Clark earned her opportunity through both her play and her approach. They also argue that Wilson's reported reaction only added more attention to the controversy. Looking back, many believe Wilson felt secure because she had MVP awards, championships, and widespread recognition as one of the league's